What's up, man? I felt like I needed to jump on here real quick because I put a lot of information out. I try to. I try to set, record straight on information we'll be putting out. Uh, there's a lot of cults forming right now. Um, I'm watching people literally join cults. They jump out to Christianity. You know, that good Jesus juice. They jump out to Christianity and then they immediately join some parallel stuff, some adjacent stuff. You know, go buy your green lights and all that. On one level, you know, the good master teacher Bobby Hemmett, said something. One of the best ways is like, the deeper you get into this shit, the more you realize like you can look at it a whole bunch of ways, man. Like, are any of you niggas real? Are any of these niggas real? Just tell them, Because in reality, man, it's the more focused I get and the more gnosis I attain, the more I can see, like, people took The Matrix literally. The movie The Matrix. I know, goddamn, this nigga about to talk about The Matrix. People took that literally. So people think if you don't wake up in a pod and look around and you see green, binary going up and down in your vision, then the Matrix ain't real. And, that's unfortunate because all of this is symbolism, bruh. All of this is symbolism. Every bit of it. Not just the pictures you see. That's two-dimensional, That's two-dimensional.
No, it's too loud.
The three-dimensional
it's
stuff is also symbolism, man. And the more you get onto it, the more you realize, like, it don't like that. It don't like it when you start to see it. You know what I mean? You start to get messed with. And I mean that's not absolute for everybody. Some people get messed with more than others. And it doesn't mean that you're like an NPC and all that stuff, although that's definitely real. And again, that's not necessarily literal. It don't mean niggas is walking into walls 3 times and then awkwardly turning to the left. It just means like for instance, I can have a conversation with my mama. She's got a PhD, and she sounds so goofy and kind of dumb that I get frustrated and just hang up. No disrespect, love you, mama, but we're not finna be arguing about stuff that I can show you, I can prove to you. Just because you don't want something to be true, don't make it not true. That just means you not ready yet. You're not ready to face that, and that's cool, But I don't know what it is, man. You can call it throat chakra. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I can't stop talking about it. I can't not talk about it, bro. And it's not. I'm not trying to be confrontational with people. I just can't turn it off. It's something happened at fairly recently, like last year or something like that. I really started to hit a stride with this gnosis shit, but I can't turn it off. I really don't care to, because this is sick. When you really start to see this shit, this is sick that we all just do this every day, and we don't care. We don't care about the next person. you know, those of us that got the first eye open, they got us spread out. They got us spread out far, bruh. You know what I mean? And even some of the people that you talk to on these apps or on the phone, even you think you slick by giving them your phone number and texting and talking on the phone, nigga. That still don't mean nothing. You know, AI is strong. And when you start to talk about this, people's initial reaction is like, this nigga crazy. Why you so important? AI got to mess with you. That's dumb. You're dumb to think that way. It's AI, bro. Ain't nobody... Algorithms and programming mean that it don't have to be a nigga with a pocket protector at a computer monitoring the AI. That's why it's AI. Artificial intelligence means that they can program this shit to algorithmically look for certain people talking about certain subjects and get on your ass. It don't have to be a person. That's not that far-fetched. It's not that hard to do. Think about when you were on Twitter. If you not on Twitter anymore like me, you know, you started to notice this. How many friends did you pop up? You know, followers. I mean, friends. How many followers started popping up, and you knew they weren't real people, and they'll talk to you, they'll message you. You know, and how long ago is that? Now, does technology stay stagnant, or does it, you know, evolve, quote unquote? Okay, so if you had fake followers on Twitter and whatnot, or even here, you don't think they would use the level ups that they've had to make those same fake followers be able to have more in-depth conversations with you that don't let you know instantly that they're fake? You don't think that with all the video technology and the... Look at all these AI videos, bro. You don't think it's more advanced than that? The government always has more advanced shit, bro. Always. So just because you go live with a nigga, or you swapping videos or voice messages or whatever, that don't mean nothing. You know this. You just don't want to face it. And my thing is, like, it's dangerous times. It's gonna sound, you know, corny or whatever, but it's true. It's dangerous times. Talking greasy like this, you get attention, and not the good kind. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I don't jump. I got a YouTube channel. I don't jump on that. I got this IG account that I really waited a long time to even create, bro. I'm not really with this social media shit, but it's go time. This is the beginning of go time, and I've been waiting on this for years. You know, I've been waiting on this for years, bro. I'm excited. Yeah, and most of y'all that I interact with, you know I'm excited. So I mean, it's just a trip watching this, man. I didn't think so many people were so gung ho and ready to hop out of one gang or one you know, cult and join another one easily without even thinking about it. We're so used to being indoctrinated by school and parents and all these other outside forces that y'all don't even listen intuitively. You know? And I get it. Why would we listen intuitively when from jump that is not taught or promoted? If you go back and listen to some of these lectures and videos that y'all be all on and stuff, you can hear them contradict themselves in the same video. Same video. They'll say one thing and then say another thing that don't make no damn sense. But we want to believe these things so bad, and we want to belong to something so bad, and we want change so bad. Understandably. You feel what I'm saying? Understandably. But that don't mean you shut your brain off or your heart off. Listen with your heart. You know? Because this shit is goofy, bro. I mean, A lot of y'all swear up and down that you on some real shit and you straight following an agent. They'll tell you. They'll tell you with how they talk. They'll tell you with who they follow, whose little boat they jump on. Because you can't tell me that you're with esotericism and the occult and you know, knowledge and gnosis, and then you jump on a boat with a nigga that's like, yeah, I'm a Mason. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not to say all Masons are bad, because, you know, you got people that double agent for the family. They jump in that just to get some gnosis real quick, stay in as long as they can, and get the fuck out. But at the same time, you also have people whose mission it is to come out here with that good game, with that good gnosis, and trick you. It don't have to be that. It don't have to be that like planned and orchestrated. All their whole thing is to confuse you. It don't matter what you get confused by. You feel what I'm saying? They can tell you the truth and still complete the mission, because now you goofy. You know? It's not to say that I listen to these niggas speak, because they still drop knowledge, jewels, facts, whatever, you know, noses, whatever you want to call it. They still drop some shit, but nigga, I the fuck is a green light bulb gonna do for me, bruh? Except for tell these niggas when they start coming around with these cleanup squads. Oh, there's another one right there. Look, the green light. The green light on this porch. You feel what I'm saying? And if you trying to be a part of something like that, if you need to name yourself or be a part of a group with a name, that's cool, man. I'm not trying to make you feel bad about yourself. I just love y'all, you know? I love y'all. And this shit is sad to see. I thought there were way more of us getting ready for this shit than it really is. A lot of y'all just want to play a video game. That's what you really want. You probably don't even play video games, some of y'all, in real life. You know, if you want to call it, if that's what you want to look at it as, in real life, quote unquote, you don't play video games. But that's what you want to do. You want this to be a video game. And I get it. Because this shit is weird, bruh. This shit is boring and sucks at the same time. How the fuck they do that, you know? It's weird and it sucks at the same time. And it doesn't just suck. Like, it's pretty terrible. When you really start to pay attention to all this and how it works and how intricate and social engineeringly genius it is. It's crazy. It'll make it, when you really can't focus off of it anymore, it'll really mess with you like that. So wanting the escapism is understandable, but y'all calling yourselves gods and all kinds of deities and dragons and all kinds of shit, and if you really got a spirit animal or some spirit animals going, because you can have more than one, good. Keep that. Expand that. Grow that. But a lot of y'all are LARPing. LARPing. Live action role playing. You're playing a video game in your head and think it's not also a Matrix. And I don't like overusing that word because I think it's kind of corny, but at the same time, that's, you know, you got to use words that people identify with and resonate with so they get what you're saying. It's unfortunate to me when I see people loud and wrong who want to maintain that they represent, you know, us and maintain that they're a part of our family. that's been victimized. We have been victimized. You know what I mean? And so the trauma that we put out, the traumatized actions and behaviors that we put out, I don't judge any of it. I understand this. I mean, how do you tell a traumatized and abused person how to act or respond? But at the same time, once you jump out there acting like, you know, I'm a warrior or I'm ready for war and all this shit, man, like, that's when you open yourself up to somebody letting you know, hey, bruh, you talking, but it don't make no sense. You could go read some books or listen to some lectures or, you know, check out more than one teacher. Listen to more than one teacher. Stop thinking that it's only people that look like you that got knowledge, that got gnosis. That's a play, bro. Like, that's a play. That's one of the many, many, many things that they engineered within all of us to keep us from understanding what the fuck this is. There are people out here walking around. There are beings walking around that are not us. And I feel for sure about that, you know? And you can view it any way you want to. You can view it on a you know, level of DNA and genes and all that stuff, or you can view it as some Agent Smith shit, which, I mean, it really don't make no difference which one you look at it as. But there are beings walking around that don't mean you good. They mean you harm, whether it seems like it or not. Some of them are in your family. Some of them are sleeping right next to you, or you know, co-parenting, or your brother, your sister, and some of them don't even know it consciously. But skin color ain't got nothing to do with that. Our family is all shades. That shit ain't real, bruh. Skin color is a fallacy. We've been misled and lied to about everything, bruh. Time is time is something different than you think it is. Skin color is something different than you think it is. Nature is something different than you think it is. And if you pay attention to more than one teacher, you can confirm some shit and you can really leverage that and use it to your benefit. But when you sitting up listening to one teacher, or you got that confirmation bias and you looking for people that already say the shit you know, how you gonna learn anything and you just looking for the shit you already know? What sense does that make? I'm looking for shit that makes me uncomfortable so I can see why it makes me uncomfortable, if there's a good reason for that, and if I can dispel any misinformation that's within that, because we're programmed, we're indoctrinated. So why are you so comfortable with the shit that's indoctrinated you? That's your comfort zone? The stuff that you got lied to about, that's your comfort zone? Because that's crazy. That's crazy. And this is all I think about. Once you see what all this is, all of it, it'll make you sick. This is disgusting. And as much as I also subscribe to the concept that we are everything. We are everything. Everything is within us. Everything is outside of us. We are everything. But at the same time, I also subscribe to the fact that that's been leveraged. Everything has been leveraged. So now you think because everything is you, that that means everything is good and there's no reason to be on point, to stay on them 5 P's, to be ready. You don't think anything is on the opposition. But then if you look at, if everything is you, what's schizophrenia? Where'd that come from? And there's a pretty decent argument that some schizophrenia is, 3-letter agency induced many times. But then sometimes it's not. So if another being can have legitimate schizophrenia, which doesn't mean that they're crazy or that they should be locked up or beat up or any of that stuff. It just means they got more than one perspective, really, making moves, really doing stuff. Then why do you think you can't project that? You don't think that you can project opposition outside of you? If you're really a divine deity, if you're really a divine being, anything is possible. We keep telling ourselves these little things that make us feel better, but then in practice, we don't apply them. We don't make them a part of what we're looking at and what we're interacting with. So you think everybody is you, so nobody is bad. Or has ill intent, because bad is subjective. Is foolish to walk around like everybody is your enemy, but it's also foolish to walk around like nobody can be your enemy. There are no absolutes. Everything is possible. Everything is true. Nothing is true. The closer you get to some of these paradoxes, the closer you get to understanding what this is. And policing what words people use, understanding, and all that shit, and what cult you join to make you feel better about this. That's the okie doke. You falling for another okie doke. There's so many of them. They're countless. That's why this is disgusting. You can't take a step. You can't look in a direction without there being an okie doke. And it's creepy. This shit is creepy, bruh. If you walking around this life and you're not at least a little bit creeped out by what this is and how it is, something wrong with you, man. They got you. Because this place is beautiful and the experiences are beautiful, but at the same time, once you really understand how this can be, it's also creepy. And to an extent, obviously you don't want to walk around sad and depressed and shit all the time, but at the same time, you just gonna pull the wool back over your eyes. You talking about the veil is lifted and you pulling your shirt up over your face. Talking about everything is beautiful and love and light and shit. Nigga, look around. That's crazy. And people talk about a shift in how, people that are focused on the negative are going to just stay in that, and the people that are focused on the positive are just going to stay in that. If that's your perspective, bro, then you got it. Because you're right. But I'm also right. You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? I'm also right. So, when people talk about love and light, and they with Satan, they work in darkness, and anytime somebody says something that they don't like, that's crazy. That's cult behavior. You're in a cult. If the response that you have been pumped up to give to information that makes you uncomfortable or information that you don't like is, oh, that's the devil, that's Satan. Or if you look at somebody displaying or talking about information that you really don't know shit about, you haven't studied it yourself. You let somebody tell you what to think that means. You're in a cult. There are way more cults than you think there are. People think you gotta be wearing some Nikes and drink some Kool-Aid to be in a cult. Nigga, that's not true. That's how you fell for it. Real cults don't survive that way. Real cults don't survive that way. They gotta make it. Do you pay somebody for them to talk to you on the internet? Do you pay somebody towards land and you barely even know where it is and you can't really go there and post up? You can't go there and live right now. Do you pay somebody for gnosis that belongs to our family to begin with? You could go find it yourself. You just want to, have the consolidated version from them. Do you pay for webinars about how to make more fiat money so you can buy a square house with a bunch of shit in it that literally kills this avatar? All these things are fine, but do you know that you're doing that, is my point. Do you know that you're doing that? Do you know that you're focused on things that don't serve you, but you telling yourself they serve you? When these teachers and influencers tell you that you don't need to know shit, just look inside you. Do you know that means a specific thing? And sometimes people mislead each other on what that means. Because you do need to look inside. That's the most important thing. The most important thing is for you to know yourself. That's what look inside means. When you're not sure about something, trust your intuition on it. But that also doesn't mean that you just start making stuff up when you walk through life. If I put up a picture of something that makes you uncomfortable initially, do you just make up what you think that is? Do you go with an explanation that someone gave you, or do you go look it up and do some research and figure out, oh shit, I thought this was evil, but this is just some, so that's above and so below. That's a caduceus. Kundalini. Oh shit, I was wrong about this. That shit is important, bro. Once you make up your mind about something, it affects more things than you think it does. It affects little decisions that you think are not connected. It's crazy. I'm literally watching our family fall out of consciousness following cults. And they instantly are defending it, like, go get your green lights, it's gonna save your life. You know? When really, like, are you getting your own information, or are you just listening to a couple niggas that say stuff that make you feel better and make you feel comfortable? Not to say that these niggas don't have some knowledge. They got some knowledge for sure. They got some gnosis. They got things that you need to hear. But that don't mean you gotta join a cult. It don't mean you gotta start shit with people whose information you don't even know how to take in. You don't even know how to confirm or deny whether or not it resonates with you. Because truth and fiction, truth and lies, that shit is subjective. All of it's true. all of it's lies. When you really start to understand this shit you walking around in, people fall into these pitfalls because, yeah, we're not. If you live in America and you're a so-called black person, most likely you're not from Africa. And I just got into a thing with my mom about this. She's older, obviously, so I get it. That back to Africa shit had them thinking for real. They came from Africa. Go ask an African if you African. Go ask an African if you African. First off, they're gonna tell you what's African. That's a continent. Africa is made up of a grip of countries. Second off, they'll tell you, y'all ain't from over here. Y'all ain't from over here. We know this. They got y'all twisted up. Just like they got us twisted up over here in Rhodesia or Ethiopia or Jamaica, anywhere you look. It's not about that. It's about if you look like this in any kind of way, not just look so-called black, but if you don't look pasty, they got you twisted up. Why is that? Why do they do that to us everywhere we go? Why did we get broken up and put all over the planet? Why is so much of history lies? You can go confirm most of history is fabrication. You just have to know how and where to look. What's up, brother? What's up, young brother? Want some strawberries? Most of history is not real. These niggas got, I mean, you can say what you want about their intentions and the things that they do, but this shit is genius. When you really start to see how this shit works and how they worked it, it's crazy. It's creepy. I'll say that again, it's creepy. You got to have nothing else to do in a couple 100 years to plan some shit like this. And a very extensive knowledge of the occult and psychology and magic and every other science that you can think of. This is some next level shit. So when you join a cult and you think you doing something with a green light and a couple of buzzwords, that shit has me sad, bruh. You not ready. You're not ready. And I was checking the temperature on some shit, and that shit really just made me sad, you know? Because I'm excited. And to be honest, not everybody that I click up with or get in a pack with or whatever you want to call it, you don't really need to know everything, you know? You just gotta have a head on your shoulders so that I can know you're not finna get me bumped off. Because people are starting to tell each other, oh, all that war stuff, that's just, you know, that's just words, that's just symbolism. Nigga, we dying. We dying. They killing us. 2020, them niggas were dropping guns off. Crates of guns in Chicago. By the train tracks in the hood. Kidnapping us. Out the streets. We can barely get our bearings to give a shit. We literally getting kidnapped. Not just on some human trafficking shit, on some war shit. POWs. And y'all keep telling each other, oh, it's not really a war. It's a spiritual war. It is. But they breaking your spirit by doing real shit. They breaking your spirit by taking your sister. You don't ever see her again. They breaking your spirit by telling your kid weird shit at school. And then making them defend it to you. So now they feel a way about you. when you just care so much about them that you want them to know the truth and be ready. Y'all niggas want to fight the people who really are on your side about things that don't matter. If a person, if a teacher is out here and he got real knowledge, gnosis, he's really dropping that shit, but then this nigga can't stop talking about a specific other teacher or other person. Does that sound like you worshiping you? Like you just knowing yourself and paying attention to a teacher? Or does it sound like this nigga wants you to worship him or worship this other nigga that he can't shut the fuck up about? What does that feel like? Does that feel like he just wants you to give the dude the adoration or the respect? Or does it seem like maybe they want you to worship that person? Does it seem like the people that are involved with that person or those persons are already worshiping that nigga? How many times do you ask yourself some of these questions? I be putting questions up, not really to start no shit with nobody, just, this is, all I do is question things. I question shit because I feel like if you get too comfortable, that's when it's the easiest to trip you up, to have you falling for the okie doke again. It doesn't stop. The attempts to get you to fall, the attempts to get you to backtrack, to forget, it does not stop. When you get comfortable, then you already walking backwards. And yeah, this might sound uncomfortable. It might sound negative, but in reality, that's all in how you perceive it. To me, this is not really negative. To me, it's chess. And I like chess. I was a POW in prison. I got kidnapped and put in prison on some shit I didn't even do. Guess what you do in prison? Bones, chess, spades. Some of these niggas like Pinochle. I don't like all them cards. There's too many cards to be holding, nigga. You crazy. I like chess. It's exciting. You can't kill me because I can't die. You feel what I'm saying? So, what's up, nigga? Where you going next? What's your move? I see you got the thing over there, and I see you got the rook chilling over there, and I see you got the knight, you know. I got your other knight over here.
More strawberries.
You want more strawberries, player? Oh. I like chess. So, I mean, you like chess too? Oh, man, that's crazy. It doesn't make sense to me how you can say one thing and then immediately say something that doesn't make sense for the initial thing you said. How are you a god, but you can't get yourself out of jail?
Daddy.
What's up, brother?
They have chips.
You want chips?
Okay.
How are you a god, but you worshiping another god?
No. Not chips.
How are you
Have chips.
a teacher, but you telling people to not learn?
Go away! They have this yellow chips.
It doesn't make sense.
No, not yellow chips anymore.
People say things that they immediately contradict in the same talk, and then act like they didn't say that, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, you say to go within and not to worship other people, but you asking people to worship you and to pay you for your time, for information that belongs to them in the first place. It just don't make sense. And I see so many people falling for that it makes me shake my head and wonder how many of us there really are. I'll be back, man. I gotta see what this pup wanna eat, bruh.